Yeah, look at Weir, who wrote The Martian. He's one of my favorite examples of just a geeky science fiction guy. And he posted a blog where he just started serializing this idea that an astronaut got stranded on a Mars mission. And it became so popular organically within the scientific and technical community that his readers would comment on his writing, on the character, on the drama, but they were most interested in the geeky technicalities. So they said, if he's growing potatoes in his own shit, then you need this amount of water, actually. So they were specific about a lot of the science, which made the book even better, I think, because it was vetted by the scientific community who were his fans. And then he organically grew an audience, serialized the book on his blog to the point where, just like you mentioned, he had the metrics to substantiate interest on the part of a publisher. And obviously they did some editing and tweaking, but it became The Martian. And then Ridley Scott, of all people, in my opinion, redeemed himself after these horrible Alien sequels. I mean, they suck. And I know anyone listening or watching, they're going to be like, F you, Mookie. I've already ranted my opinions about a lot of science fiction in another episode. But Ridley Scott comes in and redeems himself with one of the best science fiction movies in a decade, in my opinion, based on essentially a self-published indie author.
Yep. It was a great story. I listened to that one, the audiobook version, and then I found the movie, though not exact. It was very entertaining in its own right.
It was close.
Yeah, it was close enough, I think. It's like it kept the heart, it kept the gist of the story. So
right. So that's the benefit, folks. That's our angle of attack, which is we're two guys. We've got day jobs. We've got families. And we've always had this dream of writing. Now, I've mentioned almost ad nauseum my passion for writing, which is it's coming from here. And ever since I was a little Mookie, I wanted to write a science fiction. And I've tried different approaches, and I did a lot of business writing and other creative writing. And finally, the stars aligned, and boom, I put it together based on a seeded short story that I did pretty much in the throes of the pandemic. That short story resonated. I cracked my voice. I got my character. I had the arc of the story, and I knew I had something. And then I noodled it and worked it into my own obsession. And then this April to May, I pretty much locked myself in my apartment. Took a big hit on the personal spreadsheet talking about working and finances. And no exaggeration, like 18-hour days continuously for 6, 7, 8 weeks. And boom, I finally finished it. And that's my novel. And I love it. And I feel like I just got started. And everyone does it their own way and for their own reason. So if you're in it for the money, you're probably better off getting into crypto.